Hi, welcome to the Social Space, the show all about Wichita Falls, Texas, the whole wide world. We've got the whole crew here today.
We do.
Yes. Right here, crossland to my left. Glasses matches the outfit. Jackie Hoegger.
Hello.
How you doing, Jackie?
I'm awesome.
You're awesome?
I'm awesome.
That's a bold statement.
It is a bold
Can't
Monday
get much higher than
statement.
awesome. To your right, back, not taking care of sick children this week.
That's right.
Andrew Bell, how you doing?
We're healthy.
Yeah, the whole family, the whole house?
Yes, everybody is back at school.
No,
So
that's good.
it was great.
That's a great feeling. I'm
Great
sure.
feeling this morning.
Good to have you over there, and we are doing a first Hoegger only segment. Data scientist Megan January joining us. Thanks, Megan.
Yes, thank you.
You did a fine job filling in last.
My 3 words? Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
But you had the laugh.
I did. No, did you listen to it?
No.
He tried to make me do an Andrew laugh, and it was not.
Andrew doesn't watch if he's not on.
Oh.
Hey, Eric and I had a guy on Friday come up to us and say, "Y'all make me smile every Sunday
Yeah,
night."
Oh, that's-
yeah. We were out.
Yeah.
Him, Matt, and I were out there instead of working, walking around downtown last Friday. You weren't here, and someone said, "Hey, y'all make me smile every Sunday."
Hey, we have a new client that came and scheduled a meeting with us because he says he watches the Social Space every Sunday night.
Hey,
I went,
go.
well,
the show's worth something.
yeah.
Nobody ever says anything to me. I wonder if that's it.
Well, when Bert Burnett watches. All right, so real quick, our sponsors,
Yes.
our partners, that is News Channel 6. You can see us 10:35 Sundays, usually a little later right now because
Yeah.
we've got the football going on. 10:30 a.m. Saturdays, that's where you can listen. I suggest listening on Saturday than watching on Sunday.
There you go.
Well, there you go.
Why not? And impact signs at Falls Truck Center. That's Sean and Tanya Choate. Just still got us on the back. We gotta get old Megan on the back of a bus.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
You know, we should.
By gosh.
Always been my dream to be on the back of the bus.
All right. Well, dreams do come true. Here we go. We're gonna do subjects, guys. I got 3 of them here. I got Wichita Falls, Texas, and the whole wide world.
Okay.
Wichita Falls. We don't really have to discuss this one. I just want to mention that the final art walk of the year is coming up Thursday, November 4th. So if you don't come out to those, you might think like I'm not that into art or whatever, but it's just if you like people and like experiences. Golly, the last one, it was jam-packed downtown.
That's
It might have been the
awesome.
busiest I've seen it downtown ever.
Really?
I mean, since I've lived here. So
Yeah.
it was pretty cool. So there you go. Come out to the art walk. All right, this one we are discussing. This one's Texas, and the reason this counts as Texas is because it has to do with the Super Bowl, and Cowboys will be there this year.
Yes, they will.
Guess what else is happening the exact same day as the Super Bowl?
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day. All right. So how are we going to divvy this up, guys? Jackie?
What are you asking?
Well, is it going to cause breakups, divorces? What is it
Oh
going to
my goodness gracious. If Valentine's is the reason you divorce, I'm a little worried about
know,
your
right?
marriage to begin with. But I will say this. It's always a Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday. It's a big day. But that's still a weekend. So I just suggest if you're a big celebrator of
Yeah.
Valentine's, you get everything done on Saturday night so you can have fun on Sunday.
I think that's the best bet because
Yes.
you can't. The game happens, and when it happens, you have to catch it. You can't watch it later; it's going to be spoiled.
And,
you
yeah,
can celebrate Valentine's.
I'm
any
100% with you. Because I think they were announcing the entertainment for the Super Bowl last week too.
Oh, yeah.
Who was it, Megan?
It's all the
It's
West Coast
yeah, it
rappers
is.
from the '90s.
Ah, that's
Dre,
what it
Snoop
was.
Dogg, yeah.
Eminem,
Holograms, Tupac.
Yeah, it's probably a hologram of Tupac. So,
Yeah.
Andrew, you going to be allowed to watch the Cowboys game? I mean,
Of
the
course.
Super Bowl.
Yes, of course. Yeah, we always have a big Super Bowl party at our house with some of the former MSU football players. So
I was going to say,
That's
you ever
awesome.
been invited to this?
No, I'm not
we're
an
going on
MSU
year
football.
5.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not
no,
an
no, no.
MSU
We're going on year
football player.
6.
Oh, I'm not either.
Contrary to popular belief, I'm not an MSU football player.
Oh, okay. When are y'all going to get to do? When are you going to do Valentine's Day? You going to do it before? Or you going to do it Monday?
Well, we don't really celebrate Valentine's Day in our house, so it doesn't make, it's not a big thing in our house, so.
I love the guy that waits until that one day to do everything.
Yeah.
The rest of the year he does nothing.
I actually think it is great that Valentine's and the Super Bowl
Yeah.
is on the same
Yeah.
day. That means there's going to be a lot of fun parties
You
going
could
on.
even do Valentine's Day early in the day.
Yes, you
Because
could.
the game's
Have a
keep
big
saying the
lunch.
Cowboys game. The Super Bowl's not going to be till like 7.
I know. You've
Yeah.
got time.
You do.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. All right, one more. I got this one, Hayden. I'm going to need you to pull up this pic. This has been going viral. This is called Hairplane. Jackie, you do a lot of traveling.
Oh my
What would you
God.
do if that was in front of you on your
Goodness.
whole
Well,
ride?
I would start by just tapping her on the shoulder and asking her nicely.
What is
This
this?
could be a fella, first of all.
Well, that's true. It doesn't matter to me. I'd still tap him on the shoulder and go, "Excuse me, do you mind?"
Getting your nasty.
Well,
Cousin It on that plane? What is that?
I would just start brushing it.
no, you would. I don't. That's never happened, and I fly a ton.
Yeah.
But I.
Is
wow.
that real, or is that someone like
No, this went
intentionally
viral.
do it?
Somebody put this on Twitter, and it was this big viral picture this week. I'll tell you, I feel like if you might tap and ask them to not do it, and they're going to give you some attitude and keep it back there, probably make you think you're the jerk for telling them to stop. So I'm telling you, the only way to deal with this, slip a little bit of gum on that hair.
There you go.
Oh my gosh!
You
I
know,
don't.
they'll find it later, and they'll never put their hair over the chair ever again.
I'm just trying to figure out if that's like their real hair or if they're intentionally doing like with like a wig. Like that
No, that's real hair.
That would be like uncomfortable.
First of all, I would never do that personally. I can't imagine that people don't have a respect for your fellow
This is a privileged person right
passengers.
here. Yeah.
It's
Person's
wild.
name is probably
It's a little
Karen.
crazy.
Yeah, it's wild to me, the things that people do and take
Yeah.
pictures of. And
I've seen the one where their feet are through the.
Oh,
I have seen that.
Never. That is.
I have had someone on the plane take his shoes off, like when we were on the way. We were going to Vegas one year.
Is that person's name Jay?
No, no. It's hard getting him on a plane. But no, this guy like just took his shoes off, and I was like, okay, this is like your home. Like you do this
Spay
everywhere.
himself
I
at
feel
home.
like.
And you might be right. This person might not even be thinking about it
Shit,
and go, oh my
exactly,
gosh. I can't tell you
exactly.
how many times I've walked up to my open window at the Holt with no clothes on, and then I look down there at the
Well.
carrot. I look down there at Carrot, and then people are looking back at me, and I'm like, oh, I didn't even realize. So,
Oh my God. Thank you for sharing that with
yeah,
us.
well, you
Well,
know.
thank you for nobody go past the Holt at what time and look
Anytime.
up.
I was doing it at lunch. All right. So that is all the time we have for the first segment. I appreciate you for joining us, Megan. Now we're going to need you to get back to work, do some data sciencing.
Sciencing.
We appreciate you. Coming up, we've got Becky Morath of
Oh.
Morath Orchards. Am I
fun.
saying her last name? Becky, we're going to have to ask
Yes,
you.
you are saying
And
her
then,
name
you know, when you've been on here twice or more, you're a friend of the show now. So
That's
friend of the
right.
show, Janet Beard, is going to be here as well.
Janet, yeah, wait a minute, you got to stay tuned for Janet. She's got some important announcements to make.
I think you should stay tuned for both. Don't leave
Well,
and
of
then come back.
course, of course.
Okay, all right. Just
We're going to
clear
have
that up.
fun in the second one. We're going to get serious in the
Yeah,
third set.
because y'all all went to the 𝗀𝗍 this
Yeah.
weekend,
Yes,
so
yes,
we got
yeah.
a lot to talk
It was
about.
fun.
All right, we'll be right back with more show.
Yay.
Four incredible radio stations. That's who we are. We are Townsquare Media, and we bring the best of radio to the North Texas area. Wake up early with NewsTalk 1290. That's us. How about Kelly Raspberry on 92.9 NIN? Yep, that's us. Bringing you the best of country with 102.3 The Bull. That's us. And rocking it all day long with 106.3 The Buzz. That's us. We are Townsquare Media, and we're proud to be a sponsor of the social space.
Hi, welcome back to the social space, where we learned in the first segment that you shouldn't put your hair over the back of your head.
No.
Right?
No.
Jackie, Andrew over there, Eric over here, and now sitting to my right, Becky Morath of Morath Orchards. Thanks for being here.
Well, thank you for having me come.
Yes.
it's
So
exciting.
how and when did you open the orchard?
We've been married 40 years this summer. And when we got married, we bought our farms, and it was a working orchard. Already had peaches, apples, apricots, cherries. So we just and we got married in the summer. So got married and started selling at least fruits and vegetables. My husband was an electrician, and so he had a really nice boss that let him off for a couple months in the summer to
That's cool.
get rid of the
No
produce.
kidding.
And then he eventually, like 5 years in, went full-time farming, and so we just kept adding more and more and more produce, less fruit, trees and stuff. And so to kind of where we are now, where we do year-round produce.
Awesome, I love peaches.
So
Becky, I had the opportunity to take my girls out to the
Yes.
orchard yesterday, and we got to experience the maze, which was incredible. Tell
did
us
you get lost?
a little bit, but I have to act cool so my girls don't worry.
Dad knows everything.
But can you tell us how that started and why y'all did that? And
So my husband, for probably the last 5 or 6 years, has wanted to do a maze, but we're always so busy with produce and farmers market. It requires a lot of work, and so we could just never, in July be ready to plant corn. And so with my younger son coming on and being part of the farm, and he's married, so he needs to, support his family. He had the time to mess with the maize. And so, because you plant the 1st of July, so then it's ready for mid-September to start having people come in, but there's just a lot of pre-work to do.
Yeah.
So,
So you plant it in the maize form, you don't plant it and then chop it
no,
down?
you actually plant it in a grid. So you plant it this way and you plant it this way. So you've got a square grid. And then he spent probably 2 weeks designing it and then put it out on graph paper. And then they literally walk it out. They know how many feet once it comes up, then they walk in X amount of feet with spray paint, and they spray paint that design in, and then you go back in with a mower and you mow it, 3 or 4 times until that corn dies. You keep mowing it.
And you do that every year?
Well, this is only our 2nd year.
Okay.
So the first year was 5 acres because by the time he went to get corn, we couldn't find any corn. We have relatives in Windthorpe, they had some corn. Because you have to have the right kind of corn. So we were able to plant 5 acres. This year we went up to 6.5. And that's probably without busting through a fence. The size
it was
will probably
big.
stay.
It was a lot of
Girls
fun.
like it?
Oh yeah, they loved it. Yeah.
So 30 minutes, what did it take you to
Goodness,
get out?
we didn't time ourselves, but I bet it took us around 30 minutes or so.
I
Have you
mean,
had a big crowd out there so far?
this last couple of weekends have been really, really busy.
awesome.
Last year, because of COVID, people were ready to get outside. It was really busy the whole time, but I think it was cooler. We had some hot weekends up until probably the last couple of weekends. It was like, and then when it's 95, I don't know if you want to go through corn.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, you're like dying, but
Corn's popping.
yeah. So, but probably the last 3 weekends, once it started getting down in the 80s, it's been really busy.
So when it's not fall and it's not summertime and you're selling all of those wonderful vegetables, what do you do in the deep of the winter? Tell us about that.
Okay, so right now, so we do Winter Farmers Market. This is probably the 4th or 5th year for Winter Farmers Market. So we're still picking produce, at least every other week all winter. And so we have to somewhat keep planting for that. And then we do hydroponic lettuce, so we sell to some restaurants like Progress and Provisions. But we do cut back. We have a little more dead time. So my husband's like dreaming in the seed catalogs, what he's going to plant. But you already start in January planting onions. In February, you plant potatoes. So even though we're not as farmers market as much,
You're busy.
you're really still always planting something. Because even in the winter, like we've put out a bunch of winter stuff now, like beets and broccoli and cabbages and carrots and all that. But you have to do successive plantings to keep it coming off all winter.
How many total acres do you guys have out there?
We have 90
Wow.
acres. And then we have another 30 acres at the Crossroads in Charlie that's my dad's, but we've used it for years. It has really good water wells, like 600 gallons a minute. So
Oh, wow.
you can, and our okra, we put some okra and melons and stuff.
So we
down
need
there.
some rain. I'm hoping by the time this show runs, we're going to get some rain, but we need some rain.
It would be nice. Yeah, that
Yes.
little bit we got, which was nice. We really needed what we got a week or two ago, but
Yeah.
we could use definitely some more.
Where do you still picking, like what grows, like what are you picking in winter months? I don't know anything about produce.
Okay, well, so in the winter, we probably grow 15 to 20. So we grow broccoli,
Okay,
broccolini, beets, carrots, cabbages, probably 4 varieties of greens,
Okay.
no idea anything grew in the
cauliflower.
winter.
I mean, we'll grow like 4 colors of cauliflower, green, white, purple, and yellow. We had purple broccoli last year.
What makes it purple? That's just the.
It's just a thing. We'll grow red and green cabbage. We'll grow Napa cabbage, bok choy, spinach. Spinach is a big, people love spinach, our spinach. It's way different than what you get in the grocery store. So.
Awesome. Becky, where can we go to learn more and keep up to date about the orchard?
Probably our Facebook page and our website is the best.
It is. I went on there today looking for your logo. They got a lot of good information on it.
Yes, and my daughter Catherine, who does marketing and stuff too, it helps with all of that. She's been a big help. But that is where to go, because I normally in the winter try to post like, this is coming up new, this is what I'll have at farmers market, so people kind of know what we're going to have.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
and my son that did the corn maze will, he also is in business with his older brother, and they're the ones that do the strawberry and blackberry patch. So
Wow.
those strawberries have already been planted. They will be ready for you pick in March. So,
You
and
pick
that's
is that-
something they take care of, and they'll start picking them in January and February. Like I'll have them at farmers market before they open the U-Pick. So like in February, you can get fresh strawberries.
My goodness.
Awesome. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, that's really interesting. I just didn't know. I didn't know you could
How
grow
long will the
stuff in
maze
winter.
be open
Oh, good
before you
question.
close it down?
For sure through November 7th.
Great.
nice.
So when they see this, you got to get your kids to the maze.
Yeah, and then weather permitting,
Sure.
after that. Yes.
Awesome. Well, Becky, thank you so much
Well,
for being
thank
here.
you.
We
I
sure
enjoy
appreciate
it. Yes.
We're going to take a quick break. We're going to have Janet Beard here. We're going to talk about harvest gifts and drugs. One of your favorite places.
It is one of my favorite
I remember
places.
from the last year's show. All right, we'll be right back.
Okay.
Thanks,
Thank
Becky.
you.
Summer always seems like it'll last forever. Until it doesn't. Yeah, I guess it's that time of year again. Don't be caught off guard. Get ahead of the problem. Let James Lane make sure your unit's ready for 90 one day and 30 the next. Be ready for anything and everything with James Lane Air Conditioning and Plumbing. When you need us, we're there.
This is Big Jim, and at 4 Stars Auto Ranch, you can get a 2.49% APR for 72 months when you buy a 2021 Chevy Silverado 1500 Crew Cab. Through GM Financial Plus, you get a $1,500 cash allowance. 4 Star Chevrolet also has the family vehicle in mind with a 2021 Tahoe. How about no payment for 120 days with your good credit when you finance through GM Financial? You also get 2.49% APR for 72 months. It's worth the short drive to a better selection and bigger savings at 4 Stars Auto Ranch in Henrietta.
Experience commitment here at 4 Stars.
Welcome back to the Social Space, segment 3. Gosh, we've learned so much.
You did.
Jackie, Andrew, Eric, now sitting to my right. Friend of the show, Janet
Yes.
Beard,
Woo.
Harvest Gift and Drug. You came back. We didn't scare you off from last year.
No, I love social space, and I can't stay up that late because I'm getting too old. So I record it and I watch it then on Sunday.
Hey, so that's not even counted in the viewership. So
That's
we're
right,
even more
that's
number one
not.
than we
Yeah.
think.
I know. Hey, Janet, the big question that I am getting and hearing and the buzz, the CDC keeps changing everything about the booster. So there's people who have gotten the J&J one shot, people that have gotten the Moderna, people that have gotten the Pfizer, and now the booster's out. Number one, who's applicable to get the booster? And what is all this hubbub we're hearing about mixing it?
Okay, so just to get this straight, since I'm a retired pharmacist, I'm going to refer to my daughter-in-law's
Sure.
notes. So on the J&J, which at one point was the one and done,
Yes.
no longer.
Okay.
Now you do need to go ahead and get a booster or second shot, whatever you want to terminology you want to call it, and you're going to get that 2 months after your initial J&J shot.
So if you got your J&J in May, you need to go get that booster.
Yes.
Can anyone go get that booster with the J&J right now?
Yes, I believe you may have to be over 18
Okay.
on that one. I'm not sure about that, but you can call the store and they definitely
Great.
know all of that. And there is a direct hotline for COVID questions and that sort of thing too.
Okay.
So the second part of it though is the Moderna and the Pfizer. So with that, you can now receive a booster shot 6 months after your second dose, which we are all understanding that, but then it comes the question who's eligible. At this point, they've changed it, and now if you're 65 or older, or if you're at risk of contracting a severe disease, or because you have a high risk of working with COVID patients, you are
Okay.
eligible for that one. Now, the big kicker is now the CDC says you can mix and match.
Whew.
Yeah.
My
So-
goodness.
There you go.
Have
So
a
if
party.
you got the J&J, you can
Vaccine
get
party.
a Pfizer booster.
You could.
Okay.
The way I understand, Moderna is the one that's having the most effectiveness, though.
Okay.
So, but you can get whichever your heart desires, and we have all three of those at the drugstore at Harvest Drug and Gift.
Well, that leads me to this one real quick. You know, if you think you have COVID or you've been exposed to COVID, I mean, I'm hearing that you guys can run a COVID test. You can pull up. I was over there the other day, and you've got 3 parking spots. You just pull up to one of that 1, 2, or 3.
It's just as easy. You go to our website, harvestdrug.com.
Okay.
You fill out you schedule your own appointment, so it's at your convenience.
Okay.
You pull up at that spot, either slot number 1, 2, or 3.
Okay.
You call the number there, that's our designated hotline number, and someone will come out to your car and administer your COVID test, and you will have results within 1 hour.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
And the reason I say that is important is because that is important.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
If you're having to take off from work, it's costing you there.
Yes.
If you're flying on Monday and you need a PCR test on Friday, 3 days within that travel to prove that you are negative so that you can travel, we can give you all those papers that you need. So it's just that easy. Schedule online, pull up, we'll administer, and then we'll call you with your results, or you can also come through the drive-through pickup of a paper copy, but we'll also send you a digital copy. So, hey, we're high tech.
So all 3, Moderna, J&J, Pfizer, you've got all the information about the booster shot. You can get a COVID test to know within an hour. I'm telling you, Harvest Drug and Gift is it.
And you can get a flu shot.
Oh, that's right.
Because now they have said you can go ahead and get your flu shot with your Moderna or Pfizer shot, where before they were recommending it be about 2 weeks apart.
Okay.
Now the CDC has said that you can go ahead and get it all at that one time. So insurance pays for, I just want to make this really clear on the Moderna and the Pfizer and the J&J. This is the question we get asked the most frequently is how much does it cost? There is no cost, people, please, if that's what's keeping you from getting this shot, understand there is no cost. And on the flu shots, we have the regular, we have the high dose, and most insurances pay for those also.
Okay.
And to throw it in there, we've got some pneumonia shots and we've got some shingle shots. So we are your
Get all shot up.
I say shot. Yeah.
so we're your immunization center, and you can just walk in and get all of those. You don't have to have an appointment.
Oh, I just love it that you can talk face to face with someone or even on the phone, because this is all important information.
Yeah.
There
know?
are so many questions. I bet we field at least 20 calls a day of people that are just confused and are just needing some direction. So yes, utilize our services.
Okay.
Speaking of that, y'all have a program called Physician 360?
Yes, it is a new program,
Okay.
and so it's really great. So what you can do is call the store, and we will get you in contact with a physician, and you can get your prescription filled. Talk to a physician through telemedicine, whatever, do your appointment with your physician. We have a room where you can go into and do that call right there at the store, or you can do it from the privacy of your car in the parking lot or from home. But we'll put you in contact with a physician who will then write a prescription for you. You can walk out of the store within 30 minutes of talking to a doctor and having a prescription.
Wow.
That's great.
That is great.
This is not necessarily to replace your family practice doctor or your specialist, but this is a great time to use whenever, Andrew, I know you've got kids.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So if, let's say one of them has pink eye and your doctor is out for the weekend, what do you do?
Yeah.
So you can call this doctor. There is a fee, but the fee is only $29.95. And that doctor, so it's great to use for coughs, strep throat, UTIs, pink eyes, earaches, or your doctor is out of the country. And you can't get hold of them and you're out of refills.
Yeah.
Well, you just may need this as a service just to get you through. So we're not trying to replace your physician. We're just trying to add this as a service for a migraine.
So if I walk in and I need a doctor, you guys can connect me right then and there.
Exactly.
And fill the prescription on the spot.
Yes, and you should have all of that completed within 30 minutes.
Wow.
That's awesome. Janet, why is it important to be able to have a one-on-one with your pharmacist?
Well, because you don't know, hopefully you don't know, because that's their job, is to know all of the drug interactions that could occur between medications. So you want somebody that's monitoring it to be able to make sure, and just, this is a great example. We have a technician who's been with us 17 years, and I'll just call out her name, Kim. She's wonderful. And so Kim will get that prescription over and she'll say, this is not the right strength. The doctor's office inadvertently hit the wrong line when they filled it electronically. And she's like, I know this person takes a 1 milligram strength and the doctor's office sent it over for a 0.5 milligram. I'm gonna call and check on that. If you were at a store that was perhaps larger, busier.
That they wouldn't have caught that.
They wouldn't have caught that.
Yeah.
So the fact that she knows that your dog's name is Fido and that you take a 1 milligram whatever, those are the things of why you want to do business with a locally owned pharmacy.
And not only that, but to be able to walk in and Christmas shop and get all your Christmas shopping done at the same time.
And get this, we've added another program called MedSync, which is where we synchronize your medications. So if you're that person that takes 15 or 20 prescriptions and you are going to the pharmacy every time you turn around, as a complimentary service, no fees involved, a pharmacist will call you the week before your medication is done every month and say, are you still on all these medications? Have you been in the hospital? Has anything changed? If not, we're going to fill everything and have all 15 prescriptions ready for you to pick up on Tuesday at 4 o'clock or be delivered. So now you know that you need to be home on that day to accept that delivery. But how nice is that if you're a daughter and your parents are older and you're worried about them getting their medications filled and taking them right, a pharmacist actually calls and checks in with them to make sure that everything is as it should be and fills it as it should be. And if not, tries to uncover why are you not why do you have too many of these, and why, what are you doing wrong or different that we can change and intervene? How cool is that?
That's
That
super
is
cool.
cool.
Whew. All right, guys, listen, we are out of time here.
I know.
Don't forget, there's gifts there too. All we talked about a little bit was the
Drug
drug
side.
part, but you're trying to sell Jackie your whole outfit when you showed up today. Or Jackie tried to buy it. You tried to give it to her.
Well, honey, I'm going to make her dreams come true.
You gave us the website, but if you want to give it again real quick before
It's
we have to go.
harvestdrug.com. It's just that easy, and we're more than just a drugstore.
Yes.
Been in business since 1982, and we want to help take care of you and your family.
And what are those pants
great.
called?
These are scuba pants.
All right, so come get your scuba pants. Guys, we are so much out of time. Thank you so much, Janet, Becky, and we had Megan here earlier. We'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.